it's funny because I'm just scrolling down my timeline now because I made some videos on ego and leadership and stuff, but now it's getting kind of late, so my mind is on a little running a little slower right now. But I don't even feel right going 110, going 1,000% for this, because this is very serious. You know what I'm saying? People think I'm like joking around about when I say I'm safe, but but it's like this is some serious shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make a change in this world. Like, see, the thing about, I guess I'll start this video off like this. See, people don't think that they can do anything with themselves. So then when they see somebody else doing something, then they immediately doubt, and then they just they cast negative judgment or whatnot, and it's just a reflection of their own weakness, because they see weakness in themselves. So it's very hard. It's very hard if you view yourself as weak to see strength in others. You know what I'm saying? Because you just have a very jaded view on life. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much brilliance is exhibited, you're just going to doubt, and it's okay, because I'm very good at crushing doubters. So that's basically how this works. All right, so I was just talking about in some earlier statuses, like how my whole life makes sense to me now. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like I remember when I was 13. When I was 13, I figured out, I gave a presentation on how corporations how corporations benefit off of whatchamacallit, off of being pro-abortion. Freaking, once again, it's a little late. My mind is on some slow shit right now. But I gave a presentation on this, and then the teacher thought I was like joking around and shit, but I was dead serious. Like, because you think about it, you put everything together. Now first of all, the merger of church and state is just blatantly obvious in this. It's just blatantly obvious, and it's very dangerous, and that's not what the forefathers envisioned. You know what I'm saying? As hypocritical as the forefathers were, and this is why the United States was doomed to advance. It's not even going to go down as the greatest nation in the greatest empire of civilizations, because it only lasted for like 200 years or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And there's other empires that lasted for like hundreds of, like, freaking 500-600 years or shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not even going to go down. It's going to go down as the most corrupt and the most greedy. You know what I'm saying? But not the greatest. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Sorry to bust y'all bubbles, state. Anyways, but yeah. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So it's like now the merger of church and state is just very dangerous. Very dangerous, because peep this. The corporations now are going to pump into no abortion, and guess what this leads to now? This leads to a bunch of babies that are being born that by parents that can't fully support them, which leads to poor people, poor babies, you know what I'm saying, which leads to criminals, you know what I'm saying, which leads to them being able to fill up their prison populations so they can profit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have it the issues that I pointed out when I was 13 were a little bit different, and they're also quite relevant too, because by having more babies, they're going to profit off of baby supplies, diapers and all sorts of whatever stuff babies need. But it's actually deeper than that. Not only is it that, but it's so they can perpetuate their system. You know what I'm saying? It's similar to war and whatnot. Like, war is just a very sick thing, because it's like that once again, war is perpetuated by lower income families, and it's like you're sending these low income, the poor people to fight a war and die for a war that's benefiting rich people, and then they come back from the war, and then they're not even appreciated in the society. You have 18 veterans. You have 18 veterans committing suicide every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, people are talking about support the troops, but it's like nobody's supporting the troops, like, when they come home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, freaking, there's hella vets up in this shelter. I mean, like, and it's like, you risk your life for your country? Okay, well, you're garbage now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just some real sick shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like this country, they just use you. They use you, and when they're done using you, you're shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just. So, what else was I going to talk about? It's just very sick. Like when you piece all this stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I've been figuring this stuff out for some time. Since I wasn't good at explaining it. You know what I'm saying? But when you piece all this stuff together, everything is all the sick stuff that they're doing is all linked, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll explain, I wrote about this already or whatever, but they want us to all, basically, I'll explain to you what, okay, the light just turned off. I will get it right now. Alright, so I'm gonna break down what basically this is what they want to do. They want us to all have little government IDs, you know what I'm saying, and little barcodes and little chips inside us and shit like that. And basically it's like you have to have that government ID to access anything in society. So it's like now, if you act out of line, you know what I'm saying, you do something out of line or whatever, then they just cut your ID off and it's like you can't do shit. And now the proof as to how I know this is because the unconsciousness is essentially stupid. Like, so one of these Rockefellers, I was listening to a recording of one of the Rockefellers. The Rockefellers, oh my God, they're in another class of their own, like, just to say the least. You know what I'm saying? But he's talking to this one guy, and he basically told him everything that I just said. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm making this stuff up. This is actually very well known. You know what I'm saying? This corporate agenda to enslave us all. You know what I'm saying? And they've already succeeded in having people believe that you have to work 8 hours a day. You have to buy. You have to consume. You know what I'm saying? You have to eat trash. You have to watch TV. You know what I'm saying? So many people are already enslaved, but the funny thing is they don't even realize that they're enslaved. You know what I'm saying? They're working in their little cubicles. You know what I'm saying? They're chasing money and shit like that. They're not. It's just people. That's the sad part. That's, you know, they're enslaved to debt. Oh yeah, not just that. There's various different degrees of the type of enslavement that they're trying to impose, and they're very close to. Well, they were close to succeeding, but I'm gonna over my dead body. That's not how this works. So freaking whatchamacallit. Yeah, what else? With debt, you know what I'm saying? So it's like now they privatize healthcare, they privatize education. So it's like you have to have hella money just to get an education in this country. Just to get healthcare, you have to have. It's sick. It's sick that people are dying because they can't pay for healthcare. But this is supposed to be the greatest country. The hell out of here, man. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit, yo. Like, come on now. Like that really is some bullshit. You know, it's just really sad. In the future, education is not going to. It's not going to be for the privileged. Education is just going to be. That's just going to be something that everybody receives, because that's benefiting mankind by having an educated population. Like the leadership, the current level of leadership, they're trying to keep people as stupid as humanly possible so they can hoard all the money, the very thing that is tearing people apart. You know what I'm saying? That's just so you have to understand how they think to understand how stupid their plan is. You know what I'm saying? That plan is hella dumb. It's like, okay, we're gonna brainwash y'all with TV. We're gonna keep y'all hella stupid. That basically their plan is hindering mankind's progress and success. It's because you're limiting education to a very small percentage, which it's just some ego shit when you're feeling detached from the whole as opposed to wanting to benefit the whole. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if you had 7 billion geniuses. Why are you going to only be satisfied with having like 1 million or some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Or however many, I don't know how many geniuses are on this planet. That's of little importance. But it's like, this shit just doesn't even make any sense when you look at everything. And like the funny part about it is when they talk to me, I'm gonna show them that this shit doesn't make sense. It's like, whose side are you on? Like, and it's like, it's not even really a side shit, because the whole concept of the devil and God is just some shit that's created by those are man-made constructs. You know what I'm saying? Those are man-made constructs resulting from a competitive age. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in no devil. You know what I'm saying? I believe in unconsciousness. There's spiritual. It's basically very simple. There's unconsciousness and there's spiritual enlightenment. So it's like all the evil and stuff like that and whatnot. It's just unconsciousness. People just not being in tune with Mother Nature, with Earth, with all the life on this planet, and then their spiritual light and being in tune with all the stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not gonna go on and say that they're evil. They're just unconscious ignoramuses, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it just relates once again to I think I made this in an earlier video, but it's like the parasite, the virus, it feeds on the host, and then when the host dies, the virus, the parasite dies too, because it has nothing else to feed on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're feeding. They've been feeding. They have been feeding on us. People have been getting their homes stripped. You know what I'm saying? People have been losing their jobs. You know what I'm saying? People have been denied health. You know, people have been people are just getting robbed and jerked. You know what I'm saying? So they've been feeding. It's blatantly obvious that they've been feeding. It's not like I have to pull anything out of you know what I'm saying? Like the freaking ecosystems are being destroyed. They're just destroying the ozone layer. You know what I'm saying? They're bombing people. You know what I'm saying? They've been feeding and they've been eating fat. But it's like that's not how this works. That they're supposed to destroy this planet. That's not God's design. That's not how this works. That's not how this was designed to run. You know what I'm saying? That like whether it was me or whether it was somebody else, somebody was destined to rise above and see through their bullshit and unite the people and freaking reclaim what the hell out of here, man. Over my dead body, man. I'm gonna die doing this shit. Y'all love y'all. Peace.